everyone, I'm Jamie Hernandez, and I'm joined by some of our featured authors from Horror Writers Inc. in partnership with Wyrd Realities to discuss the Netflix zombie show All of Us Are Dead. And tonight we're discussing the last 3 episodes of the series. So pretty excited here. There's a lot to talk about. I'm not even sure where to start. It's hard to kind of stay in order. You know, if you start talking about one part, you want to jump all over. So, I guess at the beginning of the episode, we had seen that Anjo's best friend, Scott, you know his name. I can never say it. When he saw his mom at the end of the last episode.
Johnson.
Yes.
That was heartbreaking. Yeah,
it was, and just seeing how these kids, even after seeing that their family members are zombies, because it happens more than once, they can't take seeing be killed. Like, it has to be done. But even some of the other kids take offense at it. Like, they're just so like, how the girl with the short hair that was the smoker in the bathroom.
Yeah.
When she got on the other kid, like, how could you, kill him in front of his sister after the one boy was bitten and turned.
Oh, Harry's brother. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
I just found that really interesting.
I mean, I love that line, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. I've killed a lot of zombies. Hi, Hadley.
Hey, Hadley.
I love that line. I've killed a lot of zombies, but at least I'll apologize if I killed somebody's brother.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah. I mean, I liked that episode. Let me make sure that was the one I thought. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. He finally sees his mother. And I love the fact that he sees her alive. He can't comprehend that she's dead. But I also remember, though they didn't really say it, I think it was in his expression and his manners, she did come to find him. She wasn't at the restaurant serving chicken to the zombies.
Right. That definitely hit him, because I'm like, there's no other reason for her to be there. She came there for me, so for him. So that hurts. That still stings.
And then when the
mama's boys out there get you. But
yeah, and I mean, it was very emotional. I thought it was, because not only did Cheon-Soo see his mother, the sister and the brother hook up. That didn't come out right. The sister and the brother meet up. Finally, after it. And let's see. Oh, and Mi Jin, the short-haired girl, loses her chubby, whiny boyfriend there. Or the guy who likes her that she didn't like.
Yeah. I'm so confused about her and who she likes or who she doesn't like. I thought she liked the Archer girl, but then she seemed like she likes the chubby boy. And now
you don't have to like just one person too.
I mean, that's true, but you've only met these people. How do you have like 3 or 4 crushes within the space of an hour? I just don't understand.
They're teenagers.
They're teenagers, yeah.
There you go. You're right.
She had numerous crushes, but she had one love. Being a senior.
She really wanted to go to college.
I loved it. I loved it when she's holding the placard at the end.
Yeah.
Those of us that missed high school should just be graduated into college.
See, I didn't agree with anything she was doing, but I definitely felt her for that. I was like, everybody died. You blew up my school. I should just go to college for free. I don't understand why we're looking in the grades and whatnot here.
I thought it kind of fit her character, though, that she would do that at the end. It wasn't surprising to me. I mean, I didn't expect it, but once I saw it, I'm like, okay, that fits something, seems like something she would do.
I would do, too. I would do that same thing. My whole student body went down to 4 people or 2. I think there's only 2 seniors alive. So just let us go to school. Right. But the gymnasium scene, after they get into this whole like big old fight about how to do their mobile cage, I thought the mobile cage was a great idea, I didn't fully understand why they were going forward when they could have just went through the doors that they came through and just leave the building.
Yeah.
That was my thing. I thought they were just gonna have like it like be a wall as they all try and exit through that door.
Yeah, and they picked the door. They didn't pick the door that they could easily get out of. They picked the door that was locked from the other side. And as she's banging on it, every zombie in this high school came running towards them.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying in the break, I love this show. Don't get me wrong, but I think it was 2 hours too long. I think they could have taken a lot of the stuff between episodes 6 and 11 and
I wasn't. I never was. I guess.
Not understand
you're
having
right.
too many crushes. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
They could have cut it back. I mean, like, how many times is Guinam going to fall off of a building, break into 1,000 pieces, crack back, and then go after them again? How many other Rube Goldberg schemes are they going to come up with? That's going to get one of them killed and is not really going to be successful.
Like, I definitely agree with that because Guinam's like, is he dead? Oh, he's not dead. He still wants your eyeball thing. It was going a little too far after his, like, I don't know, third fall off a building. I was just kind of like...
Oh, but they upped the ante in the third fall because he went through a piece of rebar. So.
Yeah.
I'm just
getting what's gonna take him down? That's what I was getting at. I was just like, I just couldn't figure out, like, how is he gonna die? Do we have to decapitate him? Are we gonna go that far?
Well, apparently incineration worked, so
see, well, we don't even know that yet.
Yeah,
we're not even sure.
I was so sad on that scene, though. I don't know if it's jumping ahead, but man, I did not want. What was his name, Scott?
Chung Sun, yeah.
I keep wanting to say Chung Li, and I'm like, that's a Street Fighter character.
It's when we get to it. I mean, we're still, but I agree with you on that. But I mean, this episode was. Now, was this the episode where they had some of the lighthearted stuff, or was that episode 11?
I think that was 11. I think this one was more serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 10, and then they had the tennis court thing, so they get out of the gym, and then her dad's there.
Yeah.
And they run across the tennis court.
Dad of the year.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that bothered me. Fresh meat. Oh, a flare. I mean, what are they, puppies?
Like a T-Rex.
They are. Like, yeah. Exactly
my husband watched that episode with me, and he's doing that with the flare, and he's like, what do you think they are? They're Tyrannosaurus Rexes, like he's yelling at the TV. They're not dinosaurs, they're zombies. It was so funny.
But they did that in sorry, what?
I was just gonna say I found, it kind of unsatisfying whenever her father finally got there. Like, yes, he was there to open the gym doors, but 2 minutes later he's bit. And I was just like, after everything they went through, that just wasn't like a satisfying ending for him. The only thing that made it better was when they found his ribbons on the trees in the woods. When they were lost.
Yeah.
There was a lot of self-sacrifice, like several times. It's like, you guys go ahead. I'm just going to let him eat me.
Too many people were so quick to just sacrifice themselves. At some point, both the main boys, like the friend zone boy and the pretty boy, they were fighting over who should sacrifice themselves.
Yeah,
and it's just like, okay, but it sucked that the dad came all this way and then he was just gone. Then it's just like, okay, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna hold them back with flares.
Yeah, flares.
I mean, no, I do agree. I mean, they concentrated so much on him getting to the school to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
I thought it should have been played out. I wasn't happy with a lot of the deaths in the last 3 episodes. His death, I thought, was very underrated. We'll get to a couple of more when we do episode 11.
Yeah, I just felt like his death just happened so quickly after following through the whole series.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of a letdown that, you know, he died like 2 minutes, or he was bit like 2 minutes after we see them reunited.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for.
It's almost like they were looking for a motivation for the daughter. What was her name again? I don't have my notes.
Andre.
Yeah, because like the whole time, the whole series at the beginning, she was just always devastated by everyone dying, and then she was always like, "My father didn't come. Like he said he was going to come, he didn't come," you know. And so, I feel like for her, it's such a character building moment because then she saw that her father did come. Like everyone had abandoned, whatever, and he didn't. He came back, and then by him dying, granted, it was sudden and could have, you know, very anticlimactic, like you said. But then it's like once he did die, she found his info, and then she suddenly found that she had the strength and she could keep going, and she kind of became the instigator for everything.
Yeah, I think
so.
After her father's death, she definitely realized how much of her father was within her, because she was basically doing everything her father would have did if he was there.
Exactly.
So, like, yeah, that was definitely a good character building moment.
The one thing though I noticed was, if you went to find a loved one at the school, you're going to lose someone. Hari loses her brother. Amjo loses her father. Chun Sun loses his mother. The girl from one of the earlier episodes, when she sees her parents be grown, turned into zombies. Like, just stay home. You'll all live.
The girl that you mentioned, that her parents had come and she saw them turn to zombies. Man, I don't know what her name is. I call her the helicopter girl because she's the one that, you know, almost got rescued.
Oh yeah.
But when the girl in the pink vest fell and she didn't help her, and she took off and left her.
The betrayal.
And then, you know, not that she deserved to get bit because of that, but it's not like some of the evil things some of the other characters have done throughout the series, but it was just so disappointing to see her there was no reason for her to take off without reaching her hand out to help.
She totally could have helped her.
Yeah.
She totally could have. She deserved to get bit, not because she left her, but because she left her and then she didn't go the direction where the group went. She went.
Yeah, she ran away in the other. Yeah, no, it's like
so that's why she deserved to get bit.
Going upstairs in the horror movie. You're gonna die.
I was like, oh, now she's gonna see her in the group and be like, oh, you. But no, she ran into like this whole field of zombies, and I was like, oh, well, you just kind of had this coming, like.
Yeah.
And was it me, or was that just so uncharacteristic for her?
Yeah, I think so too. It was really weird.
It was very uncharacteristic. I mean, I guess you kind of saw like little seeds of how much she was kind of hating society and how quick she is to just like label someone as a bad person and all this stuff. She's very quick to make a judgment, but as far as like leaving her friend to die, like that definitely seemed different for her.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hey.
But yeah, that definitely, it was so wrong. It's so wrong.
Well, no,
like I saw.
No, go ahead. You saw it.
Well, when I saw that, I felt like it was a big betrayal. But then, like the girl that tripped, like close to the end, she's like, oh, I want to go too. And I told my wife she needs to stay because she keeps falling and she's not useful right now.
She's not useful.
Yeah, because she's like, I want to go see what's on the roof too. I'm like, nah, you're gonna fall again. We don't have time for this.
We all have that friend in the group.
Yeah.
You don't know how they're still alive.
Yeah,
but...
you leave that friend and you be the lookout. You tell everyone we went to the bathroom. That's what your job is.
That kid, when they all did the mobile unit inside the auditorium, and the one who got bit and then he jumped out and just took everyone. Oh man,
that was hard.
That was tough. That was tough, especially him and his banter with the other girl.
Yeah.
And then they just finally, and then like that hit her so hard too, was seeing that.
They make you care a lot when someone dies, like especially since they were just kind of like background characters for a little bit, and then like they gave them like 2 episodes of build up, and then that whole big old conversation, and then it was just he was just like, it was his fault, or he blamed himself for the plan not working. I blame the fact that you guys wanted to go across the whole gymnasium instead of the closer door.
But Sylvester's thing.
Yeah,
and it was another wall. You know, they keep using walls or something to push things back.
Yeah, another barrier.
Another mobile.
And then,
wall.
like, so when they were arguing about how to set that up, what side were y'all on? Did you agree with making it into this little hunch thing where you could just like push, or just the way that they originally set it up?
I originally agreed with Mijin, the short-haired girl.
Yeah.
Turn them upside down. That way you're in a cage, they can't get to you. But then I didn't realize that their goal was to push their way to the closed door.
It was when I saw it put together, I was just like, there's no way she would have been able to move with everything.
Well, you might have been able to move it, but then the problem you would have run into is how
to
you're
open
going
the
to
door.
open the door.
Well, I guess it's because I'm in my 30s.
Their
and I
way
don't
didn't work
on
too
my
well.
knees the whole time going.
Their way didn't work too well.
Yeah.
I mean, I do notice the one theme throughout it, the honor.
Oh yeah.
I'm bit. I'm going to sacrifice myself. The kid, you know, he just jumped out and he was ripping them off and trying to, like in the other episode, like when the scientist blocked the doorway and they all ate, ate him so the cop could get free. That was a very huge theme throughout this, whether it was adults or whether it was the kids. And then you contrast it to some of the others, like, the little girl that ran away and then wound up getting eaten in the koi pond.
Yeah. Hey,
Wait,
Mona.
what little girl?
No, the one that left her friend and ran.
Oh, her.
Yeah, we were just talking about her.
Yes, the great and powerful Ash is here. Oh, yes.
See, I feel like everybody sacrificed themselves, or everybody was willing to sacrifice themselves, except for the person I feel like should have sacrificed themselves. Like, okay, so when Friend Zone got bit, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. But you know who else could have sacrificed themselves? The little half zombie that we've been running around with this whole time. Like, she had powers too. Yeah, Namra could.
She's like super strong. Why
there
isn't
was a
she
lot
out
of
there
people that were
slaying
sacrificing themselves. That like when we were in the cage and we're trying to push ahead, you know who could have been outside the cage killing zombies? The one that the zombies don't want to eat.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That's true. See that she. I was waiting for something to happen with her that never happened. So I'm a little. We'll wait till we do the last episode for that. But
I was waiting for her to eat somebody too.
But the thing I noticed was she had the hunger. Guinan didn't.
That's true. He just kind of
he was just in full asshole mode. He didn't care about eating. He just
he ate the girl in the pink sweater.
Sure.
He was like chewing on
but that was
her when he was climbing up the roof. Yeah,
I think that was just being him.
I felt like
we're talking about the girl that killed the kid.
The one that
I felt like them eating gave them their powers. Him being him. I felt like them eating gave them their powers more because, like, she somewhat heard things, but they're jumping off buildings and stuff. So I felt like since it's kind of like with vampires, like you're more powerful if you're eating human blood versus like rabbits or Vampire Diaries. but
I noticed that
more just because he was a bully, because he wanted to, anybody who was still left alive that he came across, he bit. If he didn't eat them, he at least bit them. I don't think he bit anybody.
Like she was having this internal conflict where she was like, I don't want to eat anybody, but I'm so hungry and da da da. And that did not happen with him at all. I guess in his head, he was just like, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to rip his eye out. Like, there's no conflict, I guess.
No, but that scene in episode 11 when she started to go full metal zombie, and then she turned and she pins her to the ground, and she's got Anjo there, and Anjo's like, you can bite me if you want.
I'm so confused. Why would you say that?
Because he's in love. He's a teenage boy.
And then they're holding hands, rubbing their fingers on each other.
But
zombie love.
It's true.
Zombie love.
Well, they offered the popular boy, the one that liked Namra, offered. He's like, next time you feel like that, just bite me.
Yeah, but I feel like that would solve the problem once, and now we have this problem with two people. So, and then who's gonna offer himself up to him? He wasn't using his head. Same way he tied himself to her. And it was like, oh, if she turns, she bites me. Nobody cares. She was going to bite you anyway. We were trying to save you. So
do teenage boys use their head when they're with their crushes? Like,
that's why he's saying all this.
No.
Things.
I noticed we had 3 types of zombies.
You say no to zombie love.
No, zombies need love too. Zombies need love too.
I mean, no, that's a whole different thing. We're not talking about that in the show.
That's a subgenre we're not part of.
You had Guinam, who was half human, half zombie, just complete bully. You had the other girl, the one that was turned into rage. And then she says to the guy, oh, I'd like to eat you. And then she takes him in the back room, and then they find him all ripped up. And she's now a test subject for the government.
Yeah.
And you've got Namra, who I thought was going to become sort of like the head of the zombies, like in Z Nation.
Yeah.
Which that might be because at the very end, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit. She's like, oh, I've gathered all the other zombies together. I got to go meet them. And then she jumps off the roof. So,
right. I mean, I like that she's now like, I don't know, the zombie blade or something. I don't know what she's doing. I enjoy that. But out of the 3 of them, I felt like she was the weaker of them. Like, not the weaker, because she came in handy when she was fighting. It was just like that roof scene, everybody had to get their ass kicked a lot before she stepped in. And I was just like, I mean, you're a half zombie. We shouldn't even be fighting him right now. You should be stepping up.
Well, it's almost like I think I talked about it before. I feel like this amplifies what's inside the person already. So like the bully guy, he just turned major bully. And then you have the girl who is the experiment now. She was already kind of just distant, or not distant, I'm sorry. She was already just kind of like not really caring about everyone type thing. And then kind of just wanting to get revenge on people. And that's what she did. And then you have Namra, who wasn't part of any group. She had no friends. She had nothing. She always had walls up against herself. So it's almost like she had to keep convincing herself that, yes, she does have friends now. Yes, she has to do this. So, and I noticed she only changed when other zombies like her were around. She didn't change when zombies in general were around. So, so it just might be different strains. And who knows if it has a next season and it gets picked up. Did it?
No, I don't know.
Okay. If it does, the ones that she's gathering might all have different attributes as well.
Zombie Power Rangers. Yes.
Oh gosh.
She had her uses, she alerted them, and you're like, I can hear him, or I can hear the helicopter or whatever. But like you said, Sylvester, I think she could have done so much more for them.
Yeah.
She had those powers kind of like Guinam did. Not as she wasn't as vicious as he was, but she still had that, and she could have done a whole lot more than that.
Just look at her. Matter of fact, just look at the ending. Like, she has all these powers, and she's not stepping up to do anything, but you're going to light a fire. You're going to make us all go into zombie territory where everything was blown up. Everything's not safe. We're human. We got to come see you. You could have came to us. She could have came right outside that gate and been like, hey, guys, I'm alive.
Is it like poetic with the fire? No.
Excellent point. Excellent. See, I took it as the fire on the roof was that calling card, because remember, just before they all split up, she says, I really like that night. Well, why don't we have the fire tonight? So I think it was for dramatic effect.
It was a great calling card, but I personally would have been mad that I trust myself all the way over there for a 5-minute conversation so you could jump off and go find the rest of your friends. Like, I'd be offended. I'd be standing there like, now what?
You're like, we got to fight to get out of the school.
Yeah.
We're back at the same school. Thanks for that.
And there's season 2.
But the government now has 4 zombies. I'm curious what they're going to do with that if there's a season 2.
I want to know what happened to, like, we invested so much time in Orange Julius and the 2 police officers and the baby. And then they all just disappeared.
Oh, they made it out.
Yeah, I know they made it out, but once they got to the police station, or once they got to the camp where they were keeping everybody, that was it. They gave their information.
1 minute screen time. Yeah, they got like 1 minute screen time at the refugee camp, and that was it.
They were like, let me tell you what's on this computer, and that was it.
Yeah. And then they showed the little girl that they had saved crying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where's this baby at? Did we give the baby to somebody?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the purpose of the baby? Are we testing the baby? Or what is going on with the baby?
Baby zombie.
Baby zombie.
Baby zombie.
It probably is. It's a baby zombie.
I mean, there were a lot of things that were not proper, which I think was a shame, because I think that they could have cut 2 to 3 hours out of that show, and yet they didn't wrap any of that up. But I think there's going to be a season 2, because there was a reason why the Assemblywoman tore up her resignation.
Yeah.
The government's got 4 zombies. Namra has got a gang of half human, half zombie things.
I didn't take it that she had a gang. I took it more like she was kind of hunting the ones that were like her.
Yeah, that's how I took it. Not that she
I took it like she was like killing them off to make sure they don't leave or something like that.
Oh, see, I know. I thought that was she was gathering them together as one. Oh,
that's what I was thinking too, Scott.
I mean,
when they saw her on the rooftop with the fire, she looked so happy and normal, like she was like radiant, her face. And when she said that she can't leave, she has more to do, there's others like her, I took it as, she found people not evil like Guina, but like her. So like they were coming together to move forward, however they were going to move forward.
If this is like CW zombies, then she found Friend Zone and he's alive, and now they're together, and they just don't know how to tell the other ones.
Oh gosh.
And that's how it's gonna be, because there's got to be a triangle square somewhere.
Yeah, it's now like an octagon or something.
So that's what's gonna happen. But there's so many. I don't know.
Well, it's really like the drones, though. That they used the drones to hurt the zombies before they bombed the city. I thought that was clever.
Seeing the zombies look up for the bomb, and then you realizing that's what the title screen was. Yeah. Because like in the title screen, you kept seeing them go like this, and I was like, oh. And then when the bombing happened, I was like, oh, now it makes sense.
Totally called it, by the way. I said they were going to bomb the city.
Yes, you did. You did. She got it right.
Moving backward a little bit, the Archer boy, I don't know what his name was, but
tall. He was really tall.
Whenever
he was really tall.
And he's like, he was just gonna let him go, like he didn't, and the Archer didn't realize that Queenom was, some hybrid or half-B or whatever he is now.
Clearly, they're in 2 different school classes or something.
Yeah.
Because he didn't realize that this is this bully that everybody hates. The Archer boy didn't know anybody, so
yeah.
Well, he didn't realize that Queenom was half zombie or whatever he is now.
Yeah.
When he's talking to him, and then once Queenom, he said something like, "It's like you're lucky I'm full," and then the Archer starts calling him an ass and stuff, telling him, we've got to get out of here, we got to do this, and then he's like, "Why do you smell like them?" And the archer is so brave. Once he realizes, like after Greenom actually bites him, as he's changing, he's shooting arrows. He stabs him. He's shooting arrows at him.
Yeah.
And it was just not like others who sacrificed themselves, but it was just the bravery he had all by himself up against Greenom. I thought was pretty intense, and I really like that scene.
Because Greenom is a bad man.
Which brings me to the biggest disappointment in this, Greenom's death. Am I the only one that thought that death was so underrated?
I thought the death could have been better. It was odd for me, but I felt happy that he did get his eye. So I was a little confused. Like, because when he finally did it, I was like, at least he got that. At least he got it done now.
I like the whole elevator shaft thing, though,
Yeah.
with the zombies
Yeah, that
falling
was
down
cool.
the. That
Yeah,
was really cool.
Like, just because the way that happened, I felt like one of them could have been alive. So when I saw the fire on the rooftop, I was kind of hoping it was the other guy instead of it was friend zone.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't.
They showed his little name tag thing in the pile of bodies. Like,
That means nothing. Those come off.
he's dead.
No, but yeah, with the death they gave him, with the death they gave Greenom, it's not 100% guaranteed that he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't.
I feel like
know
they're waiting for like fans' reaction to be like, Greenom is back for season 2.
I mean, it seems like he probably is, but
Yeah.
we can't.
I rewatched it, and the two of them, Greenom and Shunzel, burn up.
Okay.
But it's just like, they spend like 15 seconds incinerating the school, and it's like 2 seconds incinerating them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love the fact that Shin-Son grabs him and pulls him in front of the flame so he can escape. But then it's just like, I don't know. I would have drawn it out by at least 3 or 4 seconds. Watch the skin burn off of them, and
I felt like they should have drew it out more.
Yeah.
But I felt like we got to the point where they kind of like made Greenom so tough, and so much has happened to him that you weren't sure how to kill him. So I guess it was just kind of like, now here's this new Happy. What's he gonna do aside from like flamethrower him to death? I guess it's just like they kind of built himself into a corner. He got thrown off of like 3 buildings. He's broken every bone in his body. It's just like, how are you gonna kill him? So, but
and I even watched it to the very end of chapter 12, episode 12.
Oh, to see if there was like some kind of Marvel scene.
Through the credits just to see if at the end, like, Greenom gets out of the ashes and shakes his head. But
I would have been real mad if you saw something and I finished this like a whole 2 weeks ago. And I missed this whole ending.
I feel like how Scott said that you could have cut off, 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're seeing the result of them cutting off so much already. Because like we were talking about so many of the other storylines, they just weren't full storylines. Like it's almost like they just killed them off. And I feel like maybe they filmed a whole lot more. Like we're going to see like a Zack Snyder version of another season coming out. It's going to be like
black and white,
another 12 episodes of just cut stuff. So it's almost like maybe they just had so much material that they cut it and try to throw everything in there.
So many
and
questions.
That's why we're getting a bunch of half stories.
Who is the baby's daddy? Did the cop get promoted? Did Julius get his likes and shares? Like what happened?
Well, what was the whole reason? And somebody posted, I think it was Wyrd Realities. What was the whole reason for having the unwed mother and the baby?
Yeah.
There was no. It's not like the baby.
Can you do a high school show without an unwed mother and baby though? Can you? Can you really do that?
It's Greenom's baby.
It's Greenom's baby. I thought that
baby.
Is he the Greenom?
The principal. He was shady.
Snap.
Yeah.
Look at Wyrd Realities comment on the bottom.
I thought it was either the science teacher's son, or Greenom's baby. That's what I was What is the original zombie?
Ooh.
Baby
Yeah,
daddy.
there's a twist.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, the science teacher's son.
That's
That's the baby's daddy.
season 2.
And he's a
Season 2, they bring it up.
super zombie baby. He's probably gonna
Super-
grow. Like season 2 will come along and the government has him, and then they turn around and he's like 10 now.
Oh gosh.
See, looking
Gonna go
ahead,
Twilight on him.
the government's got the officer
The
there.
soldier, yeah.
Yeah, the soldier who agreed to stay on got bit.
Yeah.
They've got the they've
girl.
got the young girl, I can't
Yeah.
think her name, the one that just became
The
zombie
one that was
psycho bitch.
bullied.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they got the scientist's son and daughter. They've got the bad bat zombies. Now you've got Namra, who's a decent, sentient, half human, half zombie. That's where I'm wondering if they're taking season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I could, like, as far as what the government has, I feel like with that crazy girl, that's all they need because she can create other zombies just like her, just like Namram and all of them can. So once they figure that out, they won't need any of these like unreliable zombies. And I just don't know. I feel like the government blew it up, and did they not go back in to see if
They did.
everyone's dead? They did. They
They
went
did.
back
They
in?
went- because remember they had the
Buildings,
scenes they were
yeah.
going from house to house, but it was like
Oh.
the thing that bothered me was like in the intersection, you could see zombies running for miles coming to the intersection. Maybe wait till they're all there before you blow it.
Yeah.
Drop
the
more than one
explosion did go
bomb
pretty
in that
fast.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost as if the last 4 episodes were, oh shit, we got a timeline. Hey, end this one. Yeah.
The explosion when they all survived in the woods. Is it?
Yes.
Is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that part I was just like, so nobody got hit badly with this explosion.
Yeah.
Like they were
Yeah.
all in the woods and everybody was safe. I was expecting someone to get like shrapnel somewhere or
Mhm.
I thought at least one of them was going to be dead. I mean, the way
Yeah.
they showed smoke and fire go like right up to him at the end of that scene, I was
Yeah.
expecting at least someone, but they were all completely fine.
So in my head, I'm like, if the explosion basically let everyone who was in the wood line live, then I don't feel like it was a good enough explosion. We still got some zombies. Well, clearly we do because
Yeah.
she has friends that she needs to meet up with.
Well,
after
maybe
she
it's
lit
like
that fire.
a half-eat like zombie army now, and she's gonna
Hmm.
like storm the next city. She's like a zombie queen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You know,
so
it'll be like a new Civil War. Or
what
something.
is the plan? Is she gonna take out society, or is she gonna be like zombie Power Rangers and she's gonna protect us? Like, what's gonna happen?
Or she's gonna get placards and she's gonna march for zombie rights.
March for zombie rights. Maybe she wants to go to Seoul University.
Maybe she
feels
does.
like
Zombie admissions to Seoul University.
Maybe she
Yes,
goes to
people
North
for the
Korea.
ethical
She
treatment
goes
of
up
Maybe
north.
she goes to North Korea.
Yeah.
maybe they might need to stay away from zombie rights because even though I like that part of Z Nation, that was the last season, so that's probably like bad mojo to do zombie rights.
I'm almost picturing the government screwing it up, either
Mhm.
weaponizing them and they get out, or screwing it up and they get out. So it's going to be Namra and her friends who are going to have to organize the sentient good zombies to go in and have to save them.
And I can see that because the adults have been making mistakes left and right throughout this whole
True.
series. And it's always been
Yeah.
the kids doing the right things, or at least trying to do the right things. And so I can see exactly what you said, Scott. The government totally screwing it up, the adults messing it up, and then you have these kids that have to step up to do it because no one else will, and they've got their zombie friend leading her little zombie army
Yeah.
on their side, and they have to come and save the day or whatever.
I mean, if I was in the zombie army, though, I don't feel like I would need these teenagers' help. Like, I survived an explosion. I'm half zombie, half human. I could hear the
just see you
deers.
brushing your teeth in the morning, and you're like, you know what? If I was in a zombie army,
Your brain must be like a great place to live. Just like
Well,
You're hilarious.
and I love this scene, which makes me think it could be the kids versus the zombies, was when they were interrogating her, and she, not Chun-Sun, Su Young said, "Why did you leave us?"
Yeah.
Confronted them, and then when Johnson says, "I'm not answering you. I'm not, you left us on that roof. I don't talk to adults anymore."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a really good scene when they were interviewing all the kids and just the anger and stuff that was in them. Like it's true. Like, I'm not gonna trust you. I'm not gonna deal with y'all. Y'all left me on the roof to die, and then you blew up everybody. Like, yeah. I could see why everyone would be jaded. I definitely want to talk to adults.
Everyone from that, not anywhere else, but everyone from Hyoseong who survived is stuck in that the Red Cross camp for at least 4 months, but they might extend it because they have no idea how long the quarantine, how long the infection period is.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the military that went into the town, none of those people have quarantine for 4 or 5 months.
Well, because
I'm wondering if that's going to be like a key. Or if somebody was just, I'm sick and tired of staying home with COVID.
But and the military boss who ended up killing himself. Yeah, that was crazy.
I thought that was so predictable.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, the second he left all the other soldiers and left the room, like, you knew what he was going to do.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy because it's just like, I don't know. I guess I felt like him, like, he ordered this, it happened, and then it felt like, oh, I can't live with this, and then he killed himself. But look at all these other people who have to live with the aftermath of it. Like, you didn't see any of the teenagers deciding, like, then they've lost a lot, and he just basically abandoned his whole family for, like, I don't know. I guess he just couldn't live with. But I mean, I don't know. You blew up zombie towns and stuff. It's like, you could just tell yourself no one alive was in there. Just ease yourself.
I took it also as a lot of face. I made the decisions.
Yeah,
it's all done. Bam. Everybody else is free.
So. I guess. Yeah, take full responsibility for everything. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then I thought bad for his, even though we never saw them, but his wife and kids.
I know, yeah.
I'm like, and yeah.
It's kind of like that soldier with his mom. And she thought he was coming home.
Yeah. Sorry,
my computer's freezing up a little bit here.
It's okay. I'm just crying. It's fine.
So overall, what did we think of the whole series now that we've seen all 12 episodes?
I still liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I was mad that they left me with such like a clear-cut cliffhanger for. But yeah, if season 2 came out tomorrow, I'd go and watch it.
Yeah.
Would I say it's the best zombie series I've seen? No, because Kingdom is out there, and I'm still waiting.
I was about to say it's no Kingdom.
Watch that.
I'm still waiting for my next season of Kingdom. So
I liked it a lot. It took me a little bit to get into it at first because of all the teen drama. And even at the very end of the series, they're still calling Namra president. Like, I went to a school and I never called, my class president, I never said anything to them about that. I don't know if it's just cultural differences or if they just wanted to keep hammering it home that she was their class president.
I didn't even know who the class president was for
I was just going to say that. I couldn't even tell you who Mars was.
Once I got past that, though, I really, really enjoyed the show. I thought those actors portrayed a lot of the angst of being a teenager in this type of world really well. And Guinam, as much as like I kept saying, you can't get up from that, and he did. I kind of liked a little bit of that. Just he just kept coming back. Like I mentioned it last time, like Michael Myers or something, But it grew on me. And episode 10 actually was probably one of my favorites because it had a lot of emotional ties to it and things. But it did feel a little long. But overall I really, really enjoyed this season.
Yeah. The actors, particularly the teenage actors, were phenomenal.
Yeah, the acting was great.
Queen you know what? Every once in a while, I'd go back and like rewatch an episode, and when I get to Queen Nam, I realize what a great actor this kid is. I mean, unless the kid is an absolute psychotic butthead in real life,
unless he's not acting.
No. And the end, Dae-soo, you know, the chubby guy, the brother-in-law. When he's standing at the wall, they're going to go over. Oh, but I thought there was a rope. He kept that character going through the whole thing. They were brilliant actors and actresses, and I think they're going to go very far in South Korea cinema.
Do y'all think brother-in-law became brother-in-law? I feel like
did they ever get with the Archer girl?
I feel like he's gonna become brother-in-law. I feel like there's a bond.
Well,
now.
he told her when they were in the storage room.
Oh yeah,
he's
but
like,
she
we're
beat
gonna
him.
Die. And I'm like,
she beat
yeah,
him
and
up,
then why did she attack him? I didn't understand that. Like, you can just be like, no thanks. You don't have to beat.
Well, I felt like she had a lot of I felt like she had a lot of aggression, and this guy's basically saying, "Oh, I'm your husband." So she's like, "Well, then you get to be my punching bag. Let me just get out."
It's still not okay. I didn't understand that.
I think it was the fact that she confided to him, and then he went and told the guy she liked.
Yeah,
and I mean, and that's what I see. That's what I liked. Is just when like the tension's bad, they'd interject humor that fit.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I could picture them. Yeah, you know, she's throwing the soccer balls at him. The brothers, the other kids are just like, I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah.
But I recommend it. Like Sylvester said, it's not the best zombie series to come out of South Korea, but it's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I thought episodes 4, 5, and 6 were a little slow for me. Episode 10 was one of my favorite episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually cry, but my tears welled up just a little bit. You know, some of the emotions in that one, and I think in the episode 11. I really enjoyed the series for the most part. And if there's a season 2, I'm going to watch it, but I won't rewatch this one. You know, like even if there's a season 2 of something, a lot of times I'll watch the first season again, you know, in preparation, you know, excitement for the second one. And I like this, but like I said, for me, it's not one that I would rewatch. You know, it was good to see once. And if there's a second season, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing, like I've never watched any Korean zombie anything. This was the first for me. So now, because I tried to watch Train to Busan and I didn't get into it, I'm like, no thanks. Didn't like. Now I'm gonna have to go back and give it another shot in the Kingdom. So now I think this is like opening a whole nother like thing for me. You know,
and don't forget Peninsula.
Yes.
Which is the sequel to Train to Busan.
That's Zombie Fast and Furious.
It
was. Yeah. That's exactly what that was.
Well, I did catch the Train to Busan vibe at the end when the kids were walking along the train tracks to the security guard outposts at the perimeter. That to me just was like, you know, their love story to their own Train to Busan.
Yeah. Just mentioning Train to Busan was a good enough geek out for me. He was like, it's Train to Busan. That got me. I was like, oh. Yeah. Well, Black Summer season 2, they killed a lot of people I wasn't happy with. So I agree. I guess I kind of agree. It was better in Black Summer season 2.
I like Black Summer the first season. I just I cannot get into the second season. I don't know what it is. It keeps dragging for me.
They did a whole new the format that they did, like they started time jumping and following characters that really, like there was this one whole episode where they followed these guys that was stuck in the ambulance and they have nothing to do with the main plot. So I was just like, what was the point of this?
Well, that's why I loved it. The first season I loved the fact that they would character jump and then intermingle them. But then when they got to second season and it's like 4 weeks in the future, 5 weeks in the past, 30 minutes from now, and I just got to the point. It was like it became background noise.
Character jumping is perfectly fine, but at least stay within characters that are going to be like pivotal to. Yeah. Don't just. And then like it's hard to sell me on character jumping when you still have the characters from season 1, but now your character jumping with all these other characters instead of the season 1 characters. So I don't know. And then season 2 didn't give me what I wanted, but that's a whole nother show for a whole nother.
I haven't seen it. I don't have anything to contribute to that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, season 1 is definitely the best, but I gotta keep supporting it because in my mind, sooner or later, they're gonna bring Z Nation characters in. So I gotta keep the train going until then.
I love that show. Oh my gosh, we love that one, Z Nation. That giant wheel of cheese with the zombies stuck in it. It's just like I don't. It was
Z Nation had all these moments: the giant wheel of cheese, the Liberty Bell.
So many.
Oh my god, I forgot that. And I remember the nuclear power plant with the glow in the dark green zombies.
Yes.
And the zombies with the weed in them. Yeah.
Oh.
Z-weed, that's what they called it.
The Game of Thrones author, J.R.R. Martin or whatever, he was a zombie. But
yes.
Z Nation had everything.
So if they make a season 2, is everybody gonna watch it?
Yeah.
I mean, watch it. I don't think there's anything zombie out there where I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch that.
We got to see if they bring back the baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or Green Mom comes back.
I want to find out more about the cop. I really like that officer.
I keep having this random thought of like when they go to see who lit the fire on the roof, and then it's the baby. I don't know why. I don't know why. I keep
thought for you.
Yeah. They show up and the baby's there, like. Oh, yeah. I need to know who the baby's dad is. That was too much for me. I need my Maury moment. I need to know.
And Guinam, you are not.
Yeah. The kid got away. He got off the hook with that. If he's not the father. Yeah. But then again,
the mother, they didn't even have anything with her beforehand. She just went to the nurse's office because she was in labor, and then she left the school. You never found out anything about her otherwise.
I love that moment when she was just fed up, when she was just like, okay, so you're gonna pay attention to her. I'm going. She just walks away.
Yeah, I mean, if she had somehow brought the virus out with her somehow, maybe, but it just didn't seem to make any sense other than to give comic relief to the cop and Seoul University cop in the middle of Hyosan, halfway through the series.
Yeah, which they could have did with the other kid that they found. Like they just had 2 kids and then Orange Julius. Yeah. So many.
Being attacked by zombies. Hit like and subscribe.
I want to know what happened to him. I bet he becomes a YouTube sensation. He has his own little talk show.
Yeah.
He interviews the half zombies.
Yeah. I hope he's doing well.
Sorry, my cat jumped up and was demanding to be petted.
Okay, so
come here.
My computer keeps freezing up, so I don't know what's going on.
Say hi to everyone.
Does anyone have any predictions for season 2? Or you could predict if they don't get a season 2? Because I was sure Daybreaker was going to get a season 2, but that didn't happen.
I'm going to go with what I said earlier. The government will either screw up and get these zombies out, or they'll weaponize them and get out, and it'll be Namra's group that will have to take care of it. Now, if you get bit by like a Namra type, you don't become a full zombie. Maybe she bites the rest of the gang, and it's like the zombie do gang, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I want that. I don't want to get bit. Friend Zone lives, but he has gone to the dark side. I believe he lived too. I don't know if he
He's
went to
dead.
the dark side, but I definitely think he lived. In fact, I think he lived, and I'm gonna throw in my CW triangle, and he's dating Namra now because they're living in this post-apocalyptic bombed world, and Guinan lived too. He's got his own little team of zombies, so it's like bad zombies, good zombies. Then the government's making their own zombies, and then they have to come together and then fight the government zombies. And that's where I fall off.
Red Zone and Namra raising little zombie babies.
These little zombie babies.
There's no
And that's when the baby comes into play.
Little nom zones.
The baby leaves its zombie babies. So many things gonna happen.
I kind of think, I mean, who knows what they have planned if they are doing season 2, but with our predictions, it doesn't seem like it would be enough to make a season 2.
Yeah.
Like they left some loose ends that, they could do something cool with, but they would have to come up with a whole lot of other stuff in order to actually, have a whole nother season. But
I mean, they could have ended it well as let's just say if they wanted to do one season, they could have ended it well.
Yeah.
But leaving us with that cliffhanger where they hope to have a season 2. And if they don't get one, that's just going to spoil the whole thing. I don't think I probably won't rewatch it again because I already know what's going to happen. I barely do that. So, but yeah, I hate shows that do that. Just go in thinking you're going to have a season 1 and then hope for the best.
I feel like Namra may eventually have to decide between her zombie group and then her original friend group. It might be that they're all trying to go after them or something, or maybe the government tries to go after Namra's group, and then the original friend group kind of has to stand up for them or fight them or save them or something. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
There's a couple different angles there.
And they talked a lot about. They had that one map and it showed how quickly it would spread, even if it was just one person, and how all that it was red and everything. So clearly they didn't kill all the zombies with these bombs, so the infection's spreading and it gets out further. They talked a lot about Seoul. I could imagine it getting there where it's a much bigger city. And you have much greater problems. Maybe they're going to college at this point. But
they
I
got their free tuition.
I think it's going to have something to do with the zombies that got out and how it's spreading and multiplying really fast. And then Namra's group's going to have something to do with it, either to track down those zombies, stop them, or something like that. That
would be good.
Like the Hitman zombie,
some kind of CIA zombie task
force, zombie or something like that.
Imagine a Hitman zombie. How do you escape that?
It's got the market cornered, that's for sure.
I like how Scott was silently like.
Scott's like, okay, next series.
I've got a book out there under Vela that sort of deals with that. So, of course, it's under a different name. It's under my espionage pseudonym writer's name.
Okay.
Mutant Assassin Group. They're not really zombies, but they're not human.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
I'm going to put it in the comments section in case anyone's interested.
That's right. Y'all grab his Mutant Assassin books. And then maybe he might make Zombie Assassin.
My Molly series, the lead character in that, Molly is a hybrid zombie who controls regular zombies and fighting. There's a good one and a bad one, and they fight each other.
Now y'all can go grab Molly as well.
Well, it's back to full price. They should have bought it last week when it was on sale.
That sounds really good, though. I want to read that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I definitely love when there's hybrids and I love the whole Z Nation with Murphy, and I liked Lucy. I didn't like her character, but I liked what she could do when it comes to communicating with the zombies and controlling the zombies. I dig things like that. My books have an aspect of that, but I don't dive too deep into it. I don't have anyone blue, so. Or I loved him when he turned red. I thought that was pretty badass. in Z Nation when Murphy turned red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being red. I remember him being blue.
Yeah.
He was red the last season.
Oh, I don't know if I watched all of the last season.
He went the whole extra mile, and he had this whole like club that was kind of like Club Hell or something.
Yo, I remember that. Yeah.
And he was like,
and he had the like pimp outfit on.
Yeah, a pimp outfit looking like he was the devil just because he was red. So,
see, I wanted to be teamed up with the other group, with the really attractive redhead and the old guy that kept on finding the weed. That's the group I wanted.
You wanted to be with Addie and Doc.
Yes,
yeah.
Addie and Doc.
You wanted to be with Addie and Doc. Everybody loved Addie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen all that show. I started the first season and
yeah,
I enjoy what I've seen so far, but my daughter, my 7-year-old, hates zombies. I can watch anything else but zombies, so it makes it hard for me to watch all the stuff, like that.
Yeah.
That makes
see it
real
eventually.
hard. I'll be like, you're writing zombies and everything. Like
Just
my
give her
wife,
an iPad and headphones, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
My wife couldn't get into Z Nation. She was just sitting there watching it, and she was just like, "What is this? Why are you laughing at this? What is it?" I was just like, "It's amazing," and then she was just like, "I'm done. I tapped out." So I was just like, "Oh, okay."
So now, Jamie, does your son like other stuff, vampires, things like that?
Oh, did you say ask me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's my daughter actually. She's
A daughter, I mean.
Anything else that's horror? Like I watched that awful Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix.
Oh,
the other day.
I liked it.
It was so good.
It had some great kills and all that, but she doesn't care. I can watch that, no problem. I can watch, other horror movies, anything, but for some reason, she gets freaked out by zombies.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe you
what
should
it
ease
is.
her into zombies with like little things, like have her watch Legacy. They have a necromancer in there. He's pretty.
There's also the romantic love one. Warm Bodies.
Oh, Warm Bodies.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah. It was.
Warm Bodies.
Well, I think
Like
she's
we're
kind
calling a
of
zombie movie cute, but
That was something I was kind of wondering what I was watching. I was just like, so
He was
love
Romeo
cured
and
it.
Juliet.
Is this
It was
what?
Juliet.
It's just like, if you love us and treat us like humans, we will become human. I was like, I really don't feel like that's how this is supposed to work.
His best friend in that movie just made it though. It was so funny. He's all zombie fingers. I need help.
My wife doesn't like anything but vampires, and they've got to be the Alexander Skarsgård, sexy, hunky. I want to live amongst you, and you sexually turn women vampires.
So
or
every vampire
paranormal.
since 1991.
Yeah.
Basically.
Or paranormal. It's like she hates it when I watch anything like the Jurassic Park movies or that. She just rolls her eyes.
Well, I support her because I don't understand. My wife loves Jurassic Park. I don't understand it. I don't understand how many times you need to be killed by a T-Rex before you decide this is a bad idea. So, there's
I'm
like
not
6
about
movies.
to show you guys all the Jurassic Park movies we have in the house right now. I'll just pan the
My
camera.
wife was like, "You want to watch the new Jurassic Park movie?" I was like, "No, because why are they still doing this? What is going on?"
Well, I always notice, like in Jurassic Park, you ever notice that the gate is big enough to let out the T-Rex? Wouldn't it have been a smarter idea to make a small gate so just the Jeeps could drive through?
How about you just not breed dinosaurs?
Or don't breed the ones that can annihilate you. How about you breed the ones that are like small, they only eat plants? Like it was like, who's gonna be like, you know what, we should bring back the T-Rex. Let's do that. Like, what? No.
But you know, the great thing is he's the hero. I didn't like the next two Jurassic Park movies. I loved Lost. I loved Jurassic World. And come on, didn't you all clap in the theater when Bryce Howard's waving she's waving the flare, and the T-Rex comes out and then goes after, charges her, and then meets the big monster. Come on,
And she did it in heels.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's a superhero.
Yeah, she did it in high heels and with a tank top that never really got completely torn, but was quite revealing. Yeah, no, that wasn't the reason. That wasn't the reason I liked the movie and watched it 30 times.
Dinosaurs and boobs. This is what Scott likes.
Dinosaurs and boobs. That's all you need.
I don't care how cool you are. No one is Chris Pratt riding a motorcycle beside 4 Velociraptors cool. That was the scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
How many other shows have we talked about on
I'm
this
never
panel?
gonna get it.
I don't know. I didn't expect it to
I
go
think-
down Jurassic
I think all of us
Park
is I think that conversation
Yeah, we
ended.
drifted off. We definitely
Well,
did.
we gave him the hour on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Us Are
Yeah.
Dead, and then we followed every rabbit hole we could think of.
Now we're talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
land.
They
No.
came back from the life, or came back from the dead. So
Yeah,
Wasn't
they are
a great
zombies.
movie.
Somewhat,
It was a fun movie.
maybe. You should review what?
zombie,
Zombie
Zombie
strippers.
strippers.
or was
Oh,
it
that
like
was so
Zombievers?
bad.
That one.
Yeah.
That was so
I
bad.
didn't want no.
There's a lot of bad zombie movies out there, but like,
Yeah.
but there are some gems. I remember I watched Stalled. That was a very good one, surprisingly.
What's stalled?
When this guy is at a holiday party and the zombie outbreak breaks out and he's stuck inside the bathroom stall.
Oh,
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have to
What's the
watch
whole
that.
movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't leave the bathroom. He's in the bathroom the whole time.
Yeah.
He's got a newspaper. He's fine.
Pretty much. There's a little more to it. Well, no, that's yeah.
So
You're in
it's
the
like the
bathroom
one
all
with
the
the guy stuck in the phone booth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like that movie. Phone booth? I like it.
I mean, I would not want to be in a phone booth because all the zombies could see you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
At least in a bathroom stall, you can stand on the toilet, pull your,
And you
pull
could
your
use the
feet up.
bathroom.
Yeah.
That's important.
So like, yeah, Stalled was good. Contaminated or Contracted. Contracted was a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good one because I really like Contracted because I went in blind and then it's like as I was watching it, I was like, "Is this a zombie movie?" Because I didn't think it was like until it like started happening. So there are some gems out there, and then there are some that are just terrible.
Would you
Like-
guys consider Overlord a zombie movie? I don't know if that was like a zombie or like a mutant one.
Is it Overlord or over? Is Overlord or Overkill? Yeah, it's Overlord. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a zombie
I
movie.
didn't
Is it a
consider
zombie one?
I mean, just like Resident Evil, I feel like
Yeah.
Now,
Really?
other ones I would pick for a unique is South Korean made Zombie for Sale, comedy zombie horror, funny as hell,
Mhm.
and British Doghouse.
Doghouse is good.
Yeah, a bunch of
Doghouse.
guys are in trouble with their wives and girlfriends, so they go on they go to another town outside of London for a drinking spree and come across a city where the only people who turned into zombies were women.
Well, that's because that town's population had more women than men. That's why
Yeah.
they were going there for their stag party.
Yeah.
I watched that the same day I watched The Black Sheep, which was a zombie sheep.
Oh, yeah.
It
It was
Yeah,
good.
I liked Anna and the Apocalypse.
That
I
was
thought
good.
that was fun.
That was
And then
good.
we saw Little Monsters not too long ago. That one was pretty
Little
good.
Monsters is good. Little Monsters and Cooties, they're really good.
Oh yeah, Cooties.
Yeah, Cooties is really
I like
good.
Cooties.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head
Yeah,
out.
I gotta go
Okay.
too. I gotta.
All right.
Was it the
fun,
zombie
no.
sheep? Is that what happened? The zombie sheep
No,
turned everyone away.
I gotta tell my kids goodnight. They're all in
Okay.
bed.
All right.
We'll get together another time to just talk zombie
Yeah.
in general. It'll be fun.
I gotta catch
know,
up on these zombie movies.
I jumped the
Some
gun
of
a
them.
little when we started the show and didn't get everybody a chance to let everybody know what you're working on. So let everybody know what you're working on and where they can find you. And then we'll go ahead and wrap up. You want to start, Scott?
Okay. If you haven't started reading Nurse Alyssa yet, start reading the series. 7 books are out. Nurse Alyssa 8, which is really filled with a lot of action, is coming out around the end of March. So now's your chance to get caught up. And the best place to find me is Scott Baker's Demon Hunters, which is my Facebook page, or on Horror Writers Inc. or Wyrd Realities.
Okay, great. JB?
I am working on multiple projects right now. 2 romances and 1 science fiction that I've been working on for forever that I don't know will ever be out. But you can find me on Facebook as JB Havens and like Scott and Horror Writers Inc.
Okay, great. Sylvester?
My name is Sylvester Barzy. I am writing a CIA zombie hitman story. If anybody would like to know. Nobody? All right. Well, I write Planet Dead. And you can find me at sylvesterbarzy.com and all social media at Sylvester Barzy.
Okay, Jay?
My name is Jay Bauer. Got the Dead Blood series. Take a vampire, throw him in a zombie apocalypse, and all kinds of fun happens. Book 3 is coming out next March 7th, so just about a week away. You can find me at jbauerauthor.com, and it has links to all my other books too.
Okay, Bethany?
I have the sequel to sequel to Highway of the Dead Uprising. It's Highway of the Dead Sabotage. And then I have Gabby Jones and the Curse of the Swamp Witch on Kindle Vella. And then I'm finishing up my time on Zombie Book of the Month right now. So have a promotion going on out there. And you can find me at Bethany Stutzman author page on Facebook, and you can find me on Horror Writers Inc.
Okay, great. And I'm Jamie Hernandez. I'm the author of the Chronicles of the Undead series. I'm releasing the 3rd book sometime this month. I'm still ironing out the final title. And as far as where you can reach me, on Facebook, the Jamie Hernandez Fan Club, and of course, Horror Writers Inc. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. I look forward to when we have another one of these panels to do.
Yep.
And you all have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.